Hello everyone. So today we will see about the power flow diagram of induction motor. So as we see in the previous, as we seen in the previous some lectures about the working principle, construction details of induction motors. So for this lecture, we will see about the power flow diagram of induction motor. That means the word is nothing but a power flow diagram. That means as we know that induction motor has two basic parts we called a stator and rotor. So as we seen in the some previous lectures, we have already seen about the construction of induction motor. So here for the working of the induction motor, we are giving three-phase AC supply to the stator of induction motors. Okay, so in that three-phase AC supply in the stator winding, we are giving the three-phase AC supply to stator winding. So in the stator, there are three different fluxes are produced, and due to the interaction between these three fluxes, we call the resultant flux. We call it's a rotating magnetic field will be created in the stator winding. Now this rotating magnetic field will be linked with the rotor conductor, or simply called the rotors. Again, the rotor simple rotor conductor interlinked with the stator RMF, we call it rotating magnetic field, and due to interaction between the stator as well as the rotor, so the torque is exerted on the induction motor, and hence induction motor will start to rotating. So this is nothing but a basic principle of induction motor. So for this lecture we will see about the power flow diagram of induction motor. That means power flow, as I said earlier. So we are giving supply to the stator of induction motor. Okay, so this input as the motor, that is induction motor, or simply suppose we assume that the definition of motor, then we call it as a motor is an electromechanical device which converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Okay, so motor is nothing but it's an electromechanical device which converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. That means we are giving the input as a electrical and we are receiving output as a mechanical. Okay, so here for this power flow diagram we will see the different stages of the power which is flows from electrical to mechanical, because as I said, input is electrical, output is mechanical. So how this process is going on in the motor, and what are the different stages in between the input to output, we will see for this lecture. Okay, and simply the overall efficiency of this motor we called as output upon input. So as I said, output is nothing but a mechanical output, so input is nothing but electrical input. So suppose I consider the overall efficiency of motor which is displayed on your nameplate. Okay, if you see any motor nameplate, then you may get their efficiency of that particular motor. Okay, so if I consider the efficiency of motor, so I will get output upon input. So output is nothing but a mechanical energy and input is nothing but a electrical energy. So efficiency, we call efficiency is equals to output, simply called mechanical output energy divided by electrical input energy. Okay, so we will see about the power flow diagram. That means power flow stages, how the power flow will appear or happens in the induction motors. Okay, so before going this particular power flow, we will see some basic regarding the induction motor, that is called as the losses in induction motor. Okay, so basically there are three types of losses which are present in the induction motor. So namely, as first I called iron losses, which includes the eddy current and hysteresis loss. Second one, copper losses, which is nothing but a stator copper loss and rotor copper loss. And third one, it is regarding the friction and windage losses. Okay, so we will see one by one. So this iron loss, which is nothing but a constant loss. Okay, so this iron loss basically it is including the eddy current losses and hysteresis losses. This eddy current and hysteresis losses are basically depends on the supply frequency as well as the supply voltage. Okay, so this, as we know that for induction motor the supply frequency is always constant, which is nothing but a 50 hertz, and the supply voltage we are giving the three phase AC supply, so the supply voltage is near about the 400 volt, which is almost constant. Okay, so this particularly this iron loss, which I said, this iron loss which includes the eddy current hysteresis loss that depends on the voltage as well as the frequency. So basically, as our system voltage and system frequency is almost constant, so we call this iron losses is nothing but a constant losses. The iron loss is always considered as a constant loss, or simple called as iron loss is always called as a constant loss, because the iron loss are basically depends on the voltage as well as the frequency. Okay, suppose I classified these two, that means eddy current and hysteresis loss. Then this hysteresis loss depends on the frequency, while this eddy current losses are depends on the voltage levels. Even though they have mentioned the eddy current, okay, this current, that this is nothing but an eddy current losses, but still this eddy current and hysteresis I called the iron loss, or simply called the constant losses. These are the depends on the voltage as well as the frequency of the supply system. So this iron losses we call as the constant losses. Now second one is the copper losses. Okay, copper losses basically it includes in the stator copper loss and rotor copper loss. As we know that copper loss means there is always we are using the copper conductor in the stator as well as in the rotor. So in the stator copper in the stator as well as rotor, so this copper winding has a something resistances, okay, because we can't use the we can't use the superconductor means there is no any resistances, that means 100% conductivity. But in real practice, in practical views, we can't have that much superconductors. So even though we are using the copper wire, but still it has some resistances. So in this as copper winding which is in stator as well as in the rotor, suppose I call the slippery induction motor, then again there is a rotor winding is there. Then if I call the squirrel cage rotor, then there is no any rotor winding. So I consider that if I consider that stator and rotor both have winding, which is nothing but a copper winding. So because of the I square R, that means square of current and resistances. So this I square R loss is nothing but a copper losses, which is takes place mostly in the stator winding as well as rotor winding. Okay, iron losses is mostly in the stator winding. Okay, what I said, iron losses are depends on voltage as well as frequency. Okay, both are, that is iron losses are depends on voltage and frequency. So this basically iron losses is always present in the stator winding only. Why it is not present in rotor winding? Because as I said that this iron losses are depends on voltage and frequency. Okay, so I suppose I consider voltage term as a constant. So right now remaining term is frequency. So this stator frequency, I call the stator frequency, it is always equal to the supply frequency. That means supply frequency is 50 Hz, then the stator winding frequency is 50 Hz, or stator current frequency is 50 Hz. But suppose I consider the rotor current, that means rotor current frequency, so it is very negligible compared to the stator. Okay, because as I said, f is equals to, or simply if I want to find the rotor frequency, I always denominate I always express by f dash or f2. Simply f2 or f dash equals to s into f. Already I said in I actually already this formulas already I teach in the previous lectures. already तुम्हाला सगळं सांगितलेलं आहे की f2 that is a rotor frequency. f म्हणजे frequency. Okay, f2 indicates again rotor frequency. f2 is equals to s into f. S म्हणजे slip into supply frequency. So this supply frequency or rotor current frequency is always too much negligible or too much smaller compared to supply frequency. So that's why rotor frequency ची व्हॅल्यू खूप कमी असल्यामुळे रोटरचा आयर्न लॉस एकदम कमी असतो. दॅट्स वाय वी आर निग्लिजिबल. Okay, point to be noted. Iron losses are always we are consider it is only present in the stator winding, not in rotor winding. का तर आयर्न लॉसेस बेसिकली हे इन्क्लूड्स कशा कशामध्ये आहेत, तर एक तर एडी करंट आणि हिस्टरेसिस लॉसेस मध्ये आहेत. सो दिस आयर्न लॉसेस is depends on the supply voltage and frequency. Okay, as I said earlier, iron loss depends on supply voltage and supply frequency. Okay, so supply voltage and frequency. Okay, so this iron losses, this stator current and rotor stator current frequency is always equal to supply frequency, but the rotor current frequency it is always very negligible. Okay, so the rotor current frequency, as I said earlier, f2 is equals to s ampere. This f2 it is nothing but a very smaller, so that's why we compared to compared to supply frequency, rotor frequency is too much smaller. That's why we have neglected the rotor iron losses. So we consider only the iron losses which are present in the induction motor is in only stator winding. But for the copper losses there are two windings, so there we are using copper winding in stator as well as in the rotor. So that's why we are considering both windings, stator copper loss as well as rotor copper loss. And last one, it is most important, it is in friction and windage loss. Okay, not a winding loss or simple, sometimes it called a winding, not a winding, it's called as a windage. Okay, friction and windage. Windage, that means wind edge. Okay. Friction losses, it is takes place in the bearing, because as we know that motor is nothing but a rotating devices, or it is a revolution devices. So during the rotation period, there is some friction takes place between the rotating parts. We call the bearings, in the bushings, etc. So this friction losses, it is considered as a mechanical losses. Okay, this is iron loss, constant loss, this is copper loss, electrical loss, and this is third one is mechanical loss. Friction losses takes place in the bearings if the bearings are not smooth, or in the bushings of the induction motor. And this is a windage. Second is a windage loss. Windage loss means what? So windage loss means, as we know that induction motor has a separate fan. Okay, fan blades. Fan blades में कशासाठी, for cooling purposes we always installed a fan. Okay, fan blades, maybe the fan blades असतात ते प्लास्टिकचे असतात, किंवा maybe sometimes the fan blades are having metallic structures. So during the rotation, this fan blades are always connected, simply called a fan. It always connected to the shaft of the induction motor, or shaft of the motor. So once your motor will start rotating, obviously the fan will start rotating. Now this fan will interact with the surrounding air, and due to which there is a reduction in the speed of induction motor. ओके, म्हणजे जेव्हा तुमचा जो फॅन जो आहे, किंवा जो तुमचा कुलिंग साठी जो तुम्ही फॅन लावला इंडक्शन मोटरच्या कुलिंग साठी, जो का तुम्ही शाफ्टला जो फॅन कनेक्ट करता, तुम्ही कुलिंग फॅन कनेक्ट केलेला असतं, तो फॅन जो काय होतं, सराउंडिंग एअर बरोबर त्याचं इंटरॅक्शन होऊन किंवा घर्षण होऊन त्याचं काय होतं, स्पीड तुमचं इंडक्शन मोटरचं कमी होतं. इट विल रिड्युसेस द स्पीड ऑफ इंडक्शन मोटर. सो दिस पर्टिक्युलर losses we called as a windage loss. Okay, so first is iron losses. As I said earlier, iron losses are we are only considering the stator winding. Second one is the copper losses, which is included in the both stator as well as rotor copper loss. And third one is the friction and windage losses. This friction and windage losses are not happens in stator or rotor. So it is always present as a considered as a mechanical losses, because this is due to the revolution, simply called as due to the rotation of the induction motor. जेव्हा induction motor फिरायला लागेल, त्या केस मध्ये this losses will happen, that means takes place, that is a friction and windage loss. Okay, these are the nothing but losses in the induction motor. So power flow diagram मध्ये काय बघायचं आपल्याला, तर इनपुट समजा मी काय दिलं असेल, सपोज मी इनपुट इलेक्ट्रिकल दिले, आउटपुट मला मेकॅनिकल मिळणार आहे, ऍज वी नो दॅट. Okay, but when I give the input to the induction motor, so these three losses are there. Okay, these iron loss are there, copper loss are there, and friction and windage losses are there. So the input is nothing but there is input will subtract in between these two. हे जे input दिला, तर ते input काही inputचं काही input power will loss in the iron, some input power will loss in the iron loss, some will loss in the copper loss, some will loss in the friction and windage loss, and at the end we'll get as a mechanical output. So we simply called as a output is nothing but it is output is output we call as a input minus losses. Okay, so output is equals to input minus these three losses, or simply called as input is equals to output plus these three losses. Output plus losses is equals to input, or input is equals to output plus losses, or simply called output is equals to input minus losses. Okay, so as I said earlier, the stator iron loss consisting of eddy current hysteresis losses depends on the supply frequency and flux density in the iron core. Okay, it is practically constant. Okay, one more term is there, voltage we should add here, voltage, supply voltage and supply frequency. The iron loss of the rotor is however negligible, because frequency of rotor current under normal running condition is always small. As I said, frequency of rotor current F2 is always small compared to the supply frequency, that's why we negligible. So total rotor copper loss equals to 3 I square R2. Total rotor copper loss equals to 3 I square R2. Why this is 3? Because we consider the three-phase induction motor. I square, that is a current, 2 indicates again rotor current. This R2, it's a rotor resistance per phase. I2, that is a rotor current, and 3 is nothing but there are 3 phases, so we call it as a 3 I square R2. Okay, so this is nothing but this is a common structure related with your power flow diagram. So as we consider the one block diagram related with the this structure, that is we call as a power flow diagram. So this particular figure we called as a power flow diagram. Okay, it clearly indicates the power flow direction, that means this to this one. input, I give the input here, I receive the output at this time. So this is nothing but a power flow diagram of induction motor. So here the power flow you can clearly show, you can clearly see here the input I gave from this side and output I receive at this side. That means as we call the motor input in stator, we are giving three phase is supplied to stator in the winding, stator winding. So we are receiving the rotor output in the mechanical. That means electrical side is this one and this is nothing but a mechanical side. So this mechanical side we called as the output side, while this electrical side we called as the input side of motor. So total efficiency I call the efficiency of induction motor is equals to output mechanical power divided by input electrical power. So okay, so for if in the exam they asked about the write the power flow diagram details or explain the power flow diagram, so just you have to draw this diagram for 4 marks and explanation for 4 marks. Okay, so you will get easily 8 marks for this one, even though this type of questions may be asked for any interview when you completed your graduations, BE or BTech. So this type of while during any campus when the committee will arise you to assess you, so during such interview they may ask about these questions. Okay, so just tell me about the copper losses, rotor copper losses or something, which are the different losses, what are the different power stages in the induction motor, or sometimes this may be asked for any government exams. Okay, so this is not only important for your this curriculum, but it may be useful in future applications. Okay, so right now we are only focusing for this curriculum. So here we are giving the input to the motor input in the stator. So we consider we are giving motor input in stator, that is we consider as a P1. Okay, P1 is nothing but an motor input. Okay, then we are giving three phase AC supply to the stator winding of induction motor, that is input motor input. Motor input is in stator. So what is the equation? Total P is equals to root 3 VI cos phi. Okay, P is equals to root 3 VI cos phi. This is nothing but a mechanical rotor, motor input in stator winding. Okay, then it some we are giving here motor input, then again the stator copper loss and iron losses takes place because we are giving supply to stator winding. Is it? We are giving supply to stator winding, so there is losses takes place between stator copper loss and rotor loss. Stator copper loss and iron losses. Okay, and after that it will reach to the rotor input. Okay, just listen carefully. We are giving supply to the input side of stator winding. Now it goes now. This input is nothing but a root 3 VI cos phi. That is a root 3 voltage current into power factor. Okay. Now once the motor is receiving the input power and denoted by letter P1. Okay. Now there is a losses takes place stator copper and iron losses. ओके देन इथून जे काही इनपुट मधनं हे लॉस वजा होणार कारण स्टेटर कॉपर अँड आयर्न लॉसेस वजा होणार आणि जे इनपुट पॉवर आता हे वजा होऊन इथं जाणार. ओके, रोटर इनपुट. ओके, रोटर इनपुट आय डिनोटेड एज अ P2. रोटर इनपुट म्हणजे सिंपल काय असणार? रोटर इनपुट इज इक्वल्स टू मोटर इनपुट इन स्टेटर मायनस स्टेटर कॉपर लॉस अँड आयर्न लॉसेस. ओके, गॉट इट. म्हणजे सिंपली मोटर इनपुट इज इक्वल्स टू stator copper loss and iron losses plus rotor input. Just try to understand because this is nothing but a power flow. Okay, power flows from input to output side. This input to this one continuously output side. Okay, so after that the power is received by the rotor. I called rotor input is equals to P2. Now after rotor input, again once the rotor is received the input from the stator winding, now there is again rotor copper loss takes place. Rotor copper losses. Okay, so this part is nothing but a rotor. Okay, total rotor part. This is part of stator winding. Okay, rotor copper losses. Then after rotor copper losses, the total mechanical power developed in the rotor. That means we call it denoted by PM or simply or gross torque. I call it TG. Okay, PM. M indicates mechanical. P for power. P1. 1 for stator. Again 2 for rotor. Okay. P for power. P1 motor input in stator, rotor input as a P2. Okay, then mechanical power developed in the rotor nothing but a PM. M indicates this one. M indicates mechanical, P indicates power or gross torque because torque is generated, as I said, torque is generated in the motor. Now I called as a TG or gross torque. After that, motor is start rotating. Now there is a windage and friction losses takes place. As I said earlier, these are nothing but a mechanical losses. This windage and friction losses. This type of losses are only present in motor. It may be either a DC motor or it may be either AC motor. In the transformer, these losses are not present or these losses are absent because transformer is nothing but a stable device. There is no any rotating part, or simply called transformer is a static device. So there is no any rotating part, and hence this type of losses are only present in the motor, either DC or AC motor. Okay, so this windage and friction losses nothing but as I said earlier, जेव्हा तुमची मोटर फिरायला लागेल तेव्हा काय होईल, सराउंडिंगचं जे एअर आहे, जे सराउंडिंग तुमचं सांगितलं की मोटर थंड व्हायला तुम्हाला, यू आर अप्लाइंग द ब्लेड्स ऑन द शाफ्ट, म्हणजे तुम्ही जे फॅन जे असतं आपलं फॅन कुलिंग ब्लेड्स असतात तुम्ही लावलेले असतात, आणि ते जेव्हा पंखा म्हणतो आपण मराठीमध्ये, जेव्हा ते ब्लेड्स फिरायला लागतील शाफ्टला कनेक्ट करून, तेव्हा काय होतं, सराउंडिंग एअर बरोबर इंटरॅक्शन, देअर द स्पीड of the motor will reduces, as well as the friction is takes place between the bushings as well as the bearings we call rotating parts, and whatever after getting all these losses and inputs, I receive the rotor output. I call it a P out or BHP, that is the British horsepower. Okay, the rotor output is equals to P out. Okay, so after all this process, I will receive as a mechanical output at the rotor side. Okay, rotor side I will get the output of the induction motor and this is nothing but the input of induction motor. I will explain once again this power flow diagram. So here just remember, just listen carefully. I will give the input to the induction motor. मोटर म्हणजे सिंपल काय, इलेक्ट्रोमेकॅनिकल डिव्हाइस आहे. मोटर काय करते, इलेक्ट्रिकलचं मेकॅनिकल मध्ये कन्वर्ट करते. सो मी इनपुट देताना इलेक्ट्रिकल देणार आहे, आउटपुट घेताना मेकॅनिकल आउटपुट घेणार आहे. इज इट? सो लिसन, so when I give the input to the induction motor, I called root 3 VI cos phi. Okay, root 3 VI cos phi. So with the input दिलं मी, motor input in stator, I gives the motor input, I give the three phase AC supply to the stator winding of induction motor. Then there is a stator copper loss and iron losses takes place. There is a stator copper loss and iron losses takes place. Okay, कारण मी इनपुट स्टेटरला देणार ना, इनपुट स्टेटरला दिल्यावरती काय होईल, इनपुट जेव्हा जे इनपुट मी जेव्हा थ्री फेज ए सप्लाय, जेव्हा मी आय विल इफ आय गिव्ह द इनपुट थ्री फेज ए सप्लाय इनपुट टू द स्टेटर वाइंडिंग ऑफ इंडक्शन मोटर, then there is obviously stator current will flow. Okay, stator current will flow, again stator flux will flow. So once the stator current will flow, obviously stator copper loss takes place, iron losses takes place. Okay, now after the current and fluxes, this flux is going to interact with the rotor. Okay, this will interact with the rotor, again rotor, due to the EMF induction, rotor current will flow. Rotor input, just means this flux is linked with the rotor, so I call rotor input, the rotor will receive the input, so it is a P2. Now once the rotor will receive the input, again rotor current will flow in the motor, so this is nothing but a rotor copper loss, because once the rotor current will flow, obviously rotor has a winding, so rotor copper loss takes place. Now as we know that rotor copper loss, rotor मध्ये जेव्हा करंट फ्लो होणार आहे, obviously once the rotor current will flow, then obviously rotor fluxes are there, fluxes will be present. So again, due to the Faraday's second law, that is a current carrying conductor kept in field experience of forces, so the force is exerted on the this torque. Okay, the force is exerted on the shaft, okay, or simply called a rotor. The force is exerted on the rotor. So force, due to this force, this is force is nothing but a mechanical power, because as you know that जेव्हा इनपुट मोटरला दिल्यानंतर इनपुट तुमच्या स्टेटरमध्ये करंट फ्लो होणार आहे, स्टेटरमध्ये फ्लक्स तयार होईल, तो फ्लक्स रोटरवर इंटरलॅक होईल, रोटरमध्ये पण करंट फ्लो होईल आणि तो रोटरवरचा फ्लक्स तयार होईल. आणि अकॉर्डिंग टू फॅरेडे सेकंड लॉ, करंट कॅरिंग कंडक्टर केप्ट इन द magnetic field experience mechanical forces. So this force is nothing but a mechanical power, okay, which is developed in the rotor. So I call this Pm, mechanical power of gross torque. Now इथं आता माझं मेकॅनिकल पॉवर इथं मोटरमध्ये तयार झाली. मग मेकॅनिकल पॉवर चालेल, मोटर आता फिरायला लागली, मोटर विल स्टार्ट रोटेटिंग. नाउ जस्ट आफ्टर producing the mechanical power, just I know that motor will start rotating. Okay, motor is now revolving. Now once the motor start rotating, again due to the windage and friction losses, the speed of motor will drop. Windage, I call the windage, it is a fan of this particularly induction motor, it will interact with the surrounding wind. So the surrounding air, simple called surrounding wind. So the speed of the induction motor will decrease. Okay, somewhat decrease, somewhat म्हणजे खूप कमी speed decrease होतो. So this is nothing but a windage loss. And about the friction losses, obviously the motor is having a rotating parts. So there is always the friction takes place between the different rotating parts like a bearings or bushings, etc. So these windage and friction losses are mechanical losses. And after all these particularly losses, I will get the rotor output. That is a total output I received at the rotor side. I call the rotor output, which is denoted by P out. This is nothing but this out. This is nothing but an output P, or simply called as a BHP. Suppose if you seen any नेमप्लेट ऑफ एनी मोटर, सपोज तुम्ही कुठल्या तरी मोटरचा नेमप्लेट बघितला असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये सपोज दे हॅव गिवन द इफिशियन्सी एज 80%. ओके, सपोज दे हॅव गिवन इफिशियन्सी एज 80%. 80% म्हणजे कुठली इफिशियन्सी देतात, तर इथले टोटल ओव्हरऑल इफिशियन्सी दिलेली असते 80%. दिस इज इफिशियन्सी ऑफ द इंडक्शन और एनी मोटर इज ऑफ ओव्हरऑल इफिशियन्सी. म्हणजे इनपुट जर तुम्ही इथे 100 वॅट दिला, ओके, तर तुम्हाला आउटपुटला फक्त तुम्हाला 80 वॅटच मिळणार. In terms of mechanical, I call wattage. So I will get only, suppose you have given the 100% input here, so only you receive the 80% output. So this is nothing but the efficiency of induction motor. Simply called as, suppose इथं मी समजा मी 100 रुपये जर दिले, फॉर एक्झाम्पल, फॉर सिम्प्लिसिटी आय विल गिव्ह वन एक्झाम्पल. सपोज मी मोटरला इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्स्टेड ऑफ फॅट, सपोज मी 100 रुपीज मी इथे दिले इथं. ओके, 100 रुपये दिल्यानंतर व्हॉट विल हॅपन्स हिअर सम, इथं काय होईल, एक मे बी सपोज जस्ट अज्युम करा की इथं काहीतरी एक 5 रुपीज लॉस झाला. ओके, 100 रुपीज मी इथे इनपुटला दिले, 100 रुपये दिल्यानंतर इथं मी 5 रुपये लॉस झाला. म्हणजे इथं किती मिळालं, नियर अबाउट मला 95 रुपीज मिळाले. ओके, तर इनपुट 100 रुपये दिले, इथं 5 रुपये लॉस झाला, म्हणजे लॉसेस मध्ये स्टेटर कॉपर लॉस आणि आयर्न लॉस मध्ये 5 रुपये लॉस झाला. आय विल रिसीव्ह 95 रुपीज हिअर. ओके, अगेन इथं काय झालं, रोटर कॉपर लॉस मध्ये काय झालं, रोटर कॉपर लॉस मध्ये अगेन 5 रुपये लॉस झालं. म्हणजे इथं 90 मिळालं, तर सॉरी इथे 95 होतं. आय विल अगेन सिंपल 5 रुपये इथं लॉस झाला. म्हणजे इथं मला आउटपुट किती मिळालं इथं, सो आय विल रिसीव्ह ओनली 90 रुपीज हिअर. इथं 100 दिलं तर इथं 5 लॉस झालं, इथं 95 आलं, इथं परत 5 लॉस झालं, इथं आय विल रिसीव्ह ओनली 90 वॅट हिअर. अगेन सपोज अगेन आय हॅव रिड्यूस, सपोज देर इज अगेन 5 रुपीज ऑर लॉसेस. म्हणजे परत इथं 5 रुपये लॉस झाला, तर मला किती मिळालं इथं, 90 minus 5 85. म्हणजे द टोटल एफिशियन्सी ऑफ द मोटर वी कॉल्ड एज 85% और 85 रुपीज. म्हणजे इनपुट मी 100 रुपीज दिले, पण ड्यू टू समथिंग लॉसेस आय विल रिसीव्ह ओनली 85 रुपीज at the either side or the end side. So this system I called as there is only 85% efficiency. If sorry, if in induction motor there is no any losses, if in induction motor there is no any losses, then I will get input is equals to output. That means whatever the input we are providing to the induction motor, everything we are getting output side. That means this system we call as a 100% efficiency, or simply called as this system has an ideal system. But due to the different losses present in the stator as well as the some rotor, with stator and rotor, one more additional losses when there are windage and friction losses, we can't receive the 100% output of induction motor. Okay, so this is nothing but a power flow diagram of induction motor. So this they have mentioned that clearly power flow, that means power is started to flow from input side to the output side. So as I said earlier, the input side I have given the in power to the stator winding. Okay, so I just consider this power as a P1. Okay, these terms P1, P2, PM, Pout, these are the most important terms, this nomenclature, because we will use these terms in every examples. So just let me clear this. जस्ट P1, P2, PM, Pout हे फक्त नावं लक्षात ठेवायचे तुम्हाला, किंवा TJ जे काय नाव आहे हे सगळं लक्षात ठेवा, कुठल्याला काय नाव दिले, बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट वी विल यूज फॉर्म्युला फॉर सॉल्विंग द डिफरंट न्यूमेरिकल्स रिलेटेड विथ द इंडक्शन मोटर्स. Okay, so I will give the input to the stator winding of induction motor. Then again there is a loss in the stator, copper loss and iron losses. After this loss, the rotor input, which called I denoted by the letter P2. Then after rotor input, I receives the again there is a loss which is expressed in the rotor copper loss. After that, the mechanical power develop in the rotor, which is denoted by the letter PM or simply gross torque TG. After that, windage and friction losses are takes place, and finally I get the rotor output as a P out or BHP. Okay.